Did you know that refrigerating some foods can actually ruin their flavor, texture, or even nutritional value? That's right. While the fridge seems like a safe haven for everything edible, there are 10 common foods you should never store there, and the reasons might surprise you. From fruits that turn mushy to foods that lose their natural aroma, keeping these items in the fridge might be costing you more than you realize. Stay with me till the end because you might be making these mistakes daily, and correcting them could save you time, money, and flavor. Let's dive in with the first one you should definitely take out of your fridge today. 1. Tomatoes. Tomatoes are among the most misunderstood foods when it comes to storage. Many people refrigerate them to extend their shelf life, but doing so can significantly affect their quality. Refrigeration affects the enzymes responsible for the rich, tangy flavor of tomatoes. When chilled below 55 degrees Fahrenheit 13 degrees Celsius, these enzymes become less active, resulting in bland-tasting tomatoes. The cold temperature damages the cell walls of tomatoes, leading to a mealy or mushy texture. Tomatoes continue to ripen after being harvested, enhancing their sweetness and flavor. Refrigeration halts this natural process prematurely. A study published in the Proceedings of the National Academy of Sciences found that chilling tomatoes at low temperatures reduces their volatile compounds, which are key to their flavor profile. Keeping them at room temperature preserves these compounds and ensures optimal taste. Store tomatoes in a cool, dry place at room temperature. Place them stem side down to minimize moisture loss. If overripe, you can refrigerate them briefly but consume them within a day or two for the best flavor. 2. Potatoes. Potatoes are a kitchen staple, but refrigeration can do more harm than good. Their starchy nature reacts poorly to cold environments. When stored in temperatures below 50 degrees Fahrenheit 10 degrees Celsius, the starch in potatoes converts into sugar. This results in an overly sweet taste and can affect the texture during cooking. The sugar produced in refrigerated potatoes reacts with amino acids during frying or roasting, creating acrylamide, a potentially carcinogenic compound. Texture issues. Refrigeration causes potatoes to become gritty and unappetizing. Research by the Food Standards Agency, FSA, emphasizes that storing potatoes at low temperatures leads to higher acrylamide levels during cooking, which is a health risk. Store potatoes in a cool, dark, and well-ventilated place, such as a pantry. Keep them in a breathable bag, like burlap, to allow air circulation. Avoid washing potatoes before storage as moisture promotes spoilage. 3. Onions. Onions are hardy vegetables, but refrigeration can impact their quality and even lead to quicker spoilage under certain conditions. Refrigerators are humid environments, which can cause onions to absorb moisture. This leads to sogginess and mold growth. Refrigeration softens onions and dulls their sharp, pungent flavor. Cold temperatures can stimulate sprouting in onions, reducing their shelf life. According to the National Onion Association, onions store best in a dry, ventilated environment. Refrigeration disrupts their natural moisture balance, making them more susceptible to decay. Store onions in a cool, dry, and dark place with good ventilation. Keep them separate from potatoes, as the gases and moisture from potatoes can accelerate onion spoilage. For cut onions, refrigerate them in an airtight container and use them within a few days. For bananas, bananas are tropical fruits that thrive in warm environments. Refrigerating them can affect their ripening process and overall quality. Bananas are highly sensitive to cold temperatures, which disrupt their natural ripening process. Refrigeration can cause the fruit to remain underripe inside, even as the peel darkens. The peel turns black or brown in the fridge due to the breakdown of chlorophyll, which, although harmless, makes the fruit unappealing. Bananas lose their sweetness and rich flavor when exposed to cold temperatures. Research published in the Journal of Food Science shows that bananas are chilling-sensitive fruits. Exposing them to temperatures below 58 degrees Fahrenheit 14 degrees Celsius negatively affects their post-harvest quality and ripening process. Store bananas at room temperature in a well-ventilated area. To slow ripening, separate them from other fruits that produce ethylene gas, such as apples. If they are fully ripe, you can refrigerate them for a short period to prevent over-ripening, but expect the peel to darken. 5. Bread. Refrigerating bread might seem like a good idea to prevent mold, but it often leads to other quality issues. Refrigeration accelerates the staling process, causing bread to become dry and hard. This occurs due to retrogradation, where starch molecules crystallize faster in cooler temperatures. The cold environment affects the soft, airy texture of bread, making it less enjoyable. Bread loses its fresh, bakery-like flavor when chilled. The Institute of Food Technologists, IFT, explains that bread stales most rapidly at temperatures just above freezing, making refrigeration counterproductive for maintaining freshness. Store bread at room temperature in a bread box or a paper bag to maintain its texture and flavor. For long-term storage, freeze bread instead of refrigerating it. Freezing preserves its quality without staling. 6. Honey. Honey, which is known for its remarkable shelf life, can last for years when stored correctly, but refrigeration can actually ruin its texture and flavor. One of the main reasons honey should not be refrigerated is that it can crystallize at cold temperatures. Honey contains natural sugars, primarily fructose and glucose, and when stored in a cool environment, these sugars can bond together, causing the honey to solidify into a grainy texture. While crystallization does not make honey unsafe to consume, it can make it difficult to use and affect its consistency. Studies have shown that honey's natural sugars are more likely to crystallize when exposed to low temperatures, as in refrigeration. According to research published in the Journal of Food Science and Technology, storing honey at temperatures lower than 50 degrees Fahrenheit 10 degrees Celsius encourages the crystallization process. Honey contains natural enzymes, antioxidants, and vitamins that are beneficial to human health. When refrigerated, these compounds can break down more quickly. Heat can destroy some of the enzymes, but cold temperatures can slow down the honey's ability to retain its beneficial properties. The best way to store honey is in a tightly sealed container at room temperature, away from direct sunlight and heat sources. A pantry or cupboard is ideal. If honey has crystallized, simply place the jar in warm water, around 110 degrees Fahrenheit, to restore its original liquid form. 7. Avocados. Avocados are another food commonly refrigerated in an attempt to prolong their ripeness, but doing so can lead to undesirable results. While refrigeration can slow down the ripening process, it can also negatively affect the texture and flavor of the fruit. Avocados are climacteric fruits, meaning they continue to ripen after being harvested. Refrigeration slows this natural process, which means that if you refrigerate an unripe avocado, it may never ripen properly. This results in a hard, unappetizing fruit that won't soften and develop its signature creamy texture. When refrigerated, the flesh of the avocado can turn darker and lose its creaminess. Cold temperatures can disrupt the enzymatic reactions involved in ripening, leading to a loss of flavor. The best way to store avocados is to let them ripen at room temperature. Once they are ripe, you can place them in the refrigerator to extend their shelf life for a few days. 8. Garlic. Garlic is an essential ingredient in many kitchens worldwide, often used fresh for its pungent flavor and aroma. However, when stored improperly, garlic can spoil faster and lose its potency. Refrigerating garlic can cause it to sprout prematurely. Cold temperatures can trigger the garlic bulbs to start growing green shoots, making them bitter and less flavorful. In fact, studies have found that garlic bulbs stored in the fridge sprout quicker than those stored in a dry, cool place. Refrigeration creates moisture, which is detrimental to garlic. Garlic thrives in a dry environment, and moisture can lead to mold growth. As a result, refrigerated garlic can become mushy and spoil faster. Garlic should be stored in a cool, dry place with good air circulation, such as a pantry or kitchen counter. It is best kept in a mesh bag, basket, or a garlic keeper to allow air to flow around the bulbs. Avoid storing garlic in plastic bags, as this traps moisture and accelerates spoilage. 9. Coffee. Coffee enthusiasts often take great care in how they store their coffee beans or ground coffee to preserve the freshness and flavor. Unfortunately, refrigeration is one of the worst ways to store coffee. Coffee beans are highly porous, which means they absorb moisture and odors from their surroundings. The fridge, with its higher humidity and mix of strong smells, can cause the coffee to absorb unwanted odors, compromising the flavor. Coffee is a delicate product, and its oils are responsible for much of its rich aroma and flavor. Cold temperatures can cause the oils in coffee beans to solidify and lose their volatile compounds, which are essential to the coffee's fresh, aromatic qualities. The best way to store coffee is in an airtight container at room temperature, away from light, heat, and moisture. A dark pantry or cupboard is ideal for keeping coffee fresh. If you buy coffee in bulk, it's better to freeze a portion and keep the rest sealed in a cool, dark place to maintain its flavor. 10 oils, olive oil, coconut oil, etc. Oils, particularly olive oil and coconut oil, are staples in many kitchens due to their health benefits and versatility. However, storing oils in the refrigerator is a common mistake that can negatively affect their quality. Many oils, such as coconut oil and olive oil, will solidify when refrigerated. While this doesn't necessarily make them unsafe to use, it can make it difficult to pour or use the oil, as it becomes thick and cloudy. Coconut oil, for instance, solidifies below 76 degrees Fahrenheit 24 degrees Celsius, and olive oil can become more viscous when exposed to cold temperatures. Oils should be stored in a cool, dark place, away from light and heat, but not in the refrigerator. A cupboard or pantry is ideal for most oils, while extra virgin olive oil can be stored in a glass bottle or metal tin to protect it from oxidation.